Welcome to the 411 show. This is Ariana Villanueva, and today we have a very special guest. It's Josh Tickell. He is a documentary director for the new movie release, Fuel. Can you please tell us about your movie?
Sure, Ariane. The film Fuel is really a documentary about solutions. You know, most documentaries are very dismal or dark. They make you want to jump off a bridge. But Fuel is about hope. It's about tomorrow. It's about what we can do to actually green our economy and, like President-elect Obama said, repower America.
Producing a movie, especially your first one, is hard. Tell us what events in your life led you to become a documentary director.
Well, I really wanted to find a way to bring the message of Fuel, the Fuel film, to people outside of a book or outside of something academic. You know, we hear about energy and we hear about green jobs and we hear about repowering America, but we don't really know what those things are. We haven't seen them. We haven't experienced them. So I wanted to find a way to tell the story of how are these things relating to people's lives? How are they real? How are they tangible? What can they do for America? What can they do for the rest of the world? That's really what led me to produce and to direct Fuel.
How do you think the issues of the politics of oil affect youth?
I think young people are affected by the politics of oil in that they're used to being told that things have to be a certain way. Pollution has to exist. Cars can't run on electricity. Cars can't run on solar power. So there's this dual world that they're given where on one hand, you know, in school and on TV, we see the future. We see solar, we see wind, we see electric cars, we see prototypes, we see a whole different world that could be available if we had green energy. But then we go to the gas station and we see only 3 choices, and they're all petroleum. So it's this dual world where we tell kids, yes, anything's possible, except if you're going to touch energy. And it's a very insidious way of keeping oil companies and keeping the status quo in control. Whereas what should be happening, I think, is there should be free grant money given to governments and given to education systems to do whatever they want without having to put ExxonMobil's logo or BP's logo on everything. Some of that money should go back into the schools to really educate the next generation about green energy so that, in essence, they can put the oil companies out of business or give the oil companies a new opportunity, a different line of work.
And for youth who watch our show, what are some of the things you can suggest for them to do to help on this important environmental issue?
Yeah, the first thing is get involved in your community. There's a huge community on Facebook now, the Fuel community, and that's connected to solar power, biodiesel, wind, wave energy, geothermal. All of these things are now connected and available to you on the internet. So the first thing is get on your Facebook account and get active in learning about these technologies. The second thing is bring Fuel to your school. You know, we have a school program where we bring the film to schools across America. And the third thing is get active in your community. There are things that every community can do, from growing a community-supported garden. You know, a lot of inner cities now are growing gardens to grow their own food. They're putting solar panels on buildings so they can reduce or cut their electricity bills completely. They're using the used cooking oil from cafeterias and turning it into biodiesel for their school buses. So it's about being creative where you are right now. You don't need millions of dollars. You don't need George Jetson. You can actually begin to interact with your community, school, or the place where you work, and bring these green energies down to the level where you can use them.